Hey everyone, if you've been following my work and you are subscribed to my channel, you know I'm a huge fan of muscle building and how it should be done on a carnivore diet. And it's all about timing. Now, there's a lot of ways of muscle building. There's strength training, CrossFit, resistance. They can all build some muscle and give you the lean, fit look, but all can give, let's just say, different results as well too. Now, in this episode, I will be discussing how to put lean muscle mass. This could go towards bodybuilders and to some who wants that athletic look as well. Not just being looking slim and fit. Now, one thing I wanted to just add, if you think you can just put on muscle mass by eating meat, you are absolutely wrong. Please don't tell me that you've seen hundreds of people putting on muscle mass on a carnivore diet. They will get leaner look, yes. They will be super fit, yes. But I guarantee you 100% they are taking some type of supplements to enhance proper growth. There's no way it's done fully naturally. And the problem is no one shares that information. Even if you are a vegan and or a ketogenic diet, no muscle mass will be added unless you are taking some type of enhanced supplements. And that's it. And 99% of influencers and others, prior of them becoming carnivorous, they all ate some type of carbohydrates in their previous diet. And that's how they end up putting on muscle mass. But when they fully adapted on a carnivore diet and they start to shed all that body fat, guess what? The muscles are shown better and they seem a bit bigger, right? And that's about it. So now getting back on how to put on muscle mass on a carnivore diet. First of all, you need to consume a good ratio of 2-to-1 fat to protein, because fat is your energy. Second, you need to adjust your goal properly. So if you weigh 150 pounds and your goal is to hit 160 pounds, then start eating as a 160 pound person. Adjust your protein intake per pound of body weight and go from there. Now, third is your resistance training. I'll give you an example. So heavy resistance, you gotta try to keep it within about the 3 reps range. And you're increasing the weight per set up to 5 sets non-stop, but hitting no more than about 3 reps per set. And of course, in between different exercises, doing normal 2 to 3 sets and hitting maximum 8 to 10 reps. And make sure between every exercise you're resting roughly about 2 to 3 minutes. And your most important point is number 4, which is carbohydrates. Yes, you heard it right, carbohydrates. Now remember when I said it's all about timing? So this is how you actually do it properly. So daily you are consuming meat, fish, and other animal products, right? Therefore, pick one day out of the 7 days, and that current day in the evening we're going to actually do what is called a carb load. Now, the carb load is going to end up refueling the glycogen levels, but also is going to promote muscle growth. So prior to that carb load, this is how your day should look like. For example, whether you eat breakfast and or lunch, have your regular 10 to 16 ounces of steak, and roughly about 4 to 6 ounces of wild fish. This is an example because this is how I do it. Then I fast for about 4 to 5 hours. I hit the gym, but I hit the gym hard and heavy. And by the end of that 1 hour, I'm totally drained, exhausted, and my muscles are super pumped, but definitely starving, right? Now, if you do take supplements, which is, I won't go too much in details, at that time frame when you're done your training, you can take what I've seen a lot of audience do. They take about 5 grams of creatine with about 5 grams of D-ribose, and roughly anywhere between 5 to 10 grams of protein. It is optional if you want to supplement. I have nothing against that. It is your choice. So 30 to 45 minutes after you finish your training, now it's time to do the carb load. One of the biggest mistake everyone does, they consume complex carbohydrates, fruits, vegetables, grains, etc. And the problem is with eating that type of carbohydrates, it will not give you the strong insulin spike we are looking for. Instead, it will spike insulin by roughly about 20 to 40%, and gradually it will decline back to normal within about 12 to 14 hours. Now, that said, this type of insulin spike just caused a massive inflammation, and therefore you will put on weight and feel like shit the next day. That's how simple it is. What you need is a strong spike, and you want it back to normal within less than 6 hours of consumption. Therefore, the answer is simple carbohydrates that will give a strong insulin spike up to 80% and back to normal. So therefore, you just refueled your glycogen storage, did not put any type of weight whatsoever, and you satisfied your muscles and promoted proper growth. And that's it. That's how simple it is. And yes, simple carbohydrates such as white rice, sweet potato, ripe bananas as an example. Once in a while you can actually cheat with other simple carbohydrates, but this is much more effective if you follow my program instead of actually trying other garbage carbohydrates from local stores or frozen foods, for example. And this will primarily boost your athletic performance, accelerate in recovery, and of course the last thing, it does enhance muscle growth and promotes fat loss. So to give you a quick example what I consume myself, I try to kind of keep it between 2.5 grams to about 5 grams per 1 pound of body weight. For example, if I weigh 150 pounds, I tend to consume anywhere between 375 grams to about 750 grams of carbs for that evening, and that's it. Again, another great tip from Carnivore done right. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.